Biz. At Vetted Biz, we help you find, vet, and buy a franchise or existing business for sale. Today, I want to go through one of our analysts reviewed a pretty popular franchise. You might have seen the billboards advertising 1-800-GOT-JUNK. This is a franchise that's been in the United States for quite some time, but was founded actually in Canada in 1993 as Rubbish Boys. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is a subsidiary that offers franchises throughout the United States. Right now, there's 130 franchise locations across the US. I'm going to go through a bit of how much it costs to open one up, the sales figures, and also how the franchisor is doing financially, how they're making money. So first, I'll go ahead and share my screen to go through this recent blog post that we've done on 1-800-GOT-JUNK. They're an industry leader for the junk removal. To my knowledge, the biggest franchisor in the space. As you can see, the initial franchise fee is $160K, which is a bit steep. However, when you look at the average sales, which are pretty high, it starts to justify that initial franchise fee, as well as how the franchisor is making money, not so much from the initial franchise fee. So the total necessary cost to begin operating 1-800-GOT-JUNK really ranges from $241,000 to $289,000. And breaking that down further, I mentioned the initial franchise fee, $160,000, marketing expenses, $12,000, computer hardware, $1,500 to $4,000, other opening costs, equipment. It can vary, if you're leasing it, buying it, local marketing, training expenses, and then additional funds, essentially working capital. And then what are the ongoing expenses? So royalty, 8% of gross revenue. It's semi-monthly. And you do have a minimum royalty that's going to incentivize you to get out there and service clients as a 1-800-GOT-JUNK franchisee. Now the sales figures. And we don't currently work with 1-800-GOT-JUNK. This is not a franchise sale. We're just reviewing the franchise disclosure document to better inform prospective franchisees and people that are interested in franchising. So this is one of the options that we've reviewed out of 1,800 plus publicly available franchises. So the sales figures for franchisees operating more than 12 months but less than 24 months, average gross sales is $2 million. So pretty high when you think of a business that you only invested $200,000, $241,000 to $290,000. And after the first year, they're averaging over basically $2 million in gross sales. The median gross sales is 1.9 million. So it's not like there's just one that's totally bringing up the average. And this represents 8. So yeah, there's one on the low end at 300,000. And then at the high end at 4.1 million. Pretty impressive that it's after your first year of franchising that you can be clearing $4 million in sales off an investment that was it should have been no more than $300,000. And I like how they break it up, very transparent, total franchisees, and each bucket, 24 months, but less than 36 months. And the number that impresses me the most is there's a lot of franchisees that have been doing this for quite some time. Franchisees operating for more than 72 months. And I believe the franchise agreement is for 5 years. So that shows that a lot of these franchisees are renewing the franchise agreement, saying in the system, and average gross sales, it varies. There's a big high and low. However, the average and the median are quite close, and you have 214,000 to up to $12.7 million. So it's very transparent, and I like how they break it out, and it will help prospective franchisees as they forecast the potential revenue and then profit. Always important to talk to existing franchisees. As good as this Item 19 is compared to many franchise brands, it's still really important to understand better the operational costs, as here is really just broken out the total sales. But it's really important to understand how much the owner benefits are, net profit, and other operational costs on an ongoing basis, not just the upfront costs that we went through. So I mentioned I like when franchisors make money not from selling franchises, essentially the franchise fees. You can see it's very small, $321,000. That's less than 1% of how they're making money. They're making much more money from the royalty fees and servicing the franchisees. So net income, it's a modest 66,000, and there's a lot of expenses that are going on, principally to help franchisees in their operations and expand their market. Competition, they do compete with a few other ones, which very similar names, College Hunks Hauling Junk. There's a few franchises in the space, and then there's just independent brands. If you're interested in 1-800-GOT-JUNK, I do recommend also downloading our home services guide, so you can compare how 1-800-GOT-JUNK is to other home service industries. And we also have a guide on the maintenance and cleaning, as I believe they have, 1-800-GOT-JUNK has commercial clients as well as residential clients. So I encourage you to download our guide. If you're seriously considering 1-800-GOT-JUNK, definitely talk to the franchisor, talk to franchisees, go through that franchise disclosure document, and you can see there's over 100 franchisees that you can enter into contact with to better understand if it would be a right fit for you and your families in your entrepreneurial endeavor. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's other franchises you'd like us to review the franchise disclosure document of, just let us know. This has been Patrick Findaro, co-founder at Vetted Biz. We're here to help you find, vet, and buy your franchise or business for sale. Thanks again.